One thing that we ensured is that we did not have dustbins. We wanted things to be there. So you see, for them everything is useful, whatever they find, When we clean everything and put it away, children don't see it. Understand? So the very notion of waste doesn't exist in indigenous communities. We are the one who having this waste and waste paper basket and all that. No. In fact, we are teaching children to waste. That very term teaches children to waste. Or best is have a waste paper basket. They know what they should do. So these are, I am telling this because these are some fundamental issues that modernity is not understanding. That this is not natural for us even to talk about sustainability, waste and all that, But that doesn't exist at all in natural life. You were asking?
You placed cameras everywhere around.
No, we didn't do that. So all of us were shooting. See, the thing was that we had told teachers that we shouldn't really come in their way and try as much as possible not disturb them, and especially when, I used to go almost 8-10 days a month to the school. So especially when I am there, almost everybody's out. We are doing things, and then after 8 days she can't take me, so she told me to go back. So then I go and and almost every month I come back and we do this. So fantastic documentation we had. All teachers were doing that. So if you homeschoolers are daring, one should start a school. No, a known school actually.
Learning space.
All these terms have a problem actually. Noun has a problem actually. Learning space means that we are not learning, so we need to do that. You understand? The whole problem of modernity is to have nouns everywhere. We need to have an identity, have a name. That's not the case with other people. They come to do things, they don't have a tag for that. So any name you give has a problem. Of course, if we can hold it lightly, then it is fine, because we may need a name for others to identify. But it's better a neutral name that doesn't confuse people.
If we are a village, whatever you are telling is we can do.
Absolutely, a village is actually, all communities are actually learning spaces. Meaning everywhere is a learning space. What you learn is the issue. Understand? School is a learning place, but what you learn at school is the problem. You distrust what you know already. See, one day this friend was trying to, grandmother, mother and child. So the mother is telling the child, you think. So the grandmother is telling, why are you confusing the child? The child is already thinking. Now the child will think that she is asking me to do something that I'm not already doing. You understand? This is the problem when we, yeah.
Language when it comes to orally. So probably like the colors that we know, like even to identify the objects, we name some colors.
Yeah.
And for children, like once we start speaking, does that also interfere in?
Definitely. See, I was telling yesterday, the moment you say art, then their focus changes. If you don't say art, then they are observing the world. When you say art, they are observing what they are doing. There's a basic difference, Everything is like that. So when children are doing something, you say now this is play and this is not learning. So we are doing that to them, So they think that when you do this is learning, and when you do this is playing. So you get trapped in that. Actually, every activity is a learning activity. Learning happens, not that you are not doing anything for learning. Learning is a result. Learning happens. It is not a choice. You are doing things because you are doing, understanding is taking place at various levels actually.
So basically I am understood parenting as
No, I think better for modern people, don't even be there. You don't know what the difference. That's the problem. It's better that you keep away from them as far as possible. You leave them with some rural person. That's the best thing, if possible. A maid that comes there, she's much better than us. Let me tell you this. But you must give them the kind of respect and the freedom they require. Because if you treat them like a maid, they will behave like a maid. Let them behave like a human being. Then you will find the difference happening there, you know. No, even in the cities, the maids are like that. Exactly what we do to children, no, let me tell you, exactly what we do to children and children change, that's exactly what happens to the maid also. The way you treat them, they will change. That's the way. You know, because you go to any non-literate community, any non-literate person, go to any slum, their behavior will be very different. Any non-literate person who has not been schooled, their behavior is going to be changed. But if they come to your home and then you treat them in a certain way and all that, you know, then they will change and, you know, they will have a different system. If they are natural, because they are seeing you teaching, so they will also try to teach. You see, otherwise they won't do it. It's not natural for them to teach. Yes, well. Pardon?
Watching all these videos and these pictures.
Yeah.
I feel that these children are, and these adults are much better educated. I mean, say, I mean, for the lack of a better word, I feel that they are better educated than. But children, you said not to use reasoning, but what I'm baffled by is, so this person who's doing such meditative work, I mean, whatever you want to call it, who's doing such work, the experience of which I have never had.
Yeah.
Why does this person, after all this experience, why does this person go for, you know, in the evening, go to the liquor shop, get drunk, why does he come back and read his Bible?
No. So look at, no. You are jumping into many conclusions. The thing is that, this is what I'm trying to tell you again. We have changed their lives very, very badly. They are being ill-treated like anything. A person who is ill-treated, what is he going to do? He has to go and drink and forget his ill-treatment. Because liquor was part and parcel of people's lives, but not in the way that is being done today. Even women drink. They would drink a little bit. They also smoke. You go to any village, they are coolly smoking. You know, But that is not the way. The consumerism has changed life like anything. This is never the way that people existed actually. You see, in tribal societies, you will never hear history of rape, madness, suicide. Three things that are very common with modern societies. These three things are absent in rural tribal societies, especially tribal societies. But of course, when we interfere, you see, how is the liquor mafia operating now? Or the whole mafia, not just liquor mafia. Everyone, you know, how is the government operating in these things? There is money allotted for people, and you will find a way how to get it back. Am I right? That's what everybody is doing now. There will be some kind of either a liquor shop there or something here, something there. You know how to take it back. So see, we are not being nice to anybody for that matter. The amount of money that has been actually allotted for SC/ST communities is unbelievable. Yeah? First of all, hardly any money is spent. Even if it is spent, it is to make sure that, you see, when it's like how the Americans give you funds, they will tell you whom to get things from. So they are not money that you can use the way you want. Tag is there always. That is exactly the way everything is happening. They are given money to build a house, but of course the contractor will be there, you know, who should get what money. It's all organized. Understand? So you are only seeing that small picture, that he is beating his wife. That's a small picture. What have we done to his life is something that we are not seeing. You see, we make people impotent psychologically. What do they do with their lives once that happens? So, well, this is a case with, this is what is happening to human beings in general, dehumanization. So, forget about them, what is happening to them. Let's look at what is happening to us. They are secondary. How do we deal with our dehumanization is what we can look at. In that process, of course, other things will slowly happen. So the issue is that yesterday I showed you that memory thing of that chimpanzee. Are you any of the mothers willing to experiment to see? It's not really experiment is actually what you are doing now is experiment. School is an experiment. Being natural is now misunderstood as experiment today. That's the whole problem actually. So are you willing to do that? No? Then you will see that what is the, see, you look at your own grandmothers, the amount of memory they have of their relatives and all that, every damn thing they know. Whoever dies, do you have that thing? You go to somebody's house and ask about him, then he's dead, yeah, don't ask. This is what is happening to us. And they are not making any effort to remember anything. Please understand this. So we have a fantastic system which organizes information without any effort. That is the problem with reasoning. It's when we consciously reason, then the tragedy begins. Because reasoning is already embedded within us. To reason and organization is because of reasoning. Nah? But that reasoning is already, you have that ability within you. You don't have to do it. It's only when we take over that, that's when we mess it up. Actually, the whole ego comes from reasoning. Because you are reasoning. No, loudly bolo.
Do rural children
हाँ.
also have meltdowns, like how we see
Meltdown meaning?
meltdown, like where children cry, they break down,
Ah.
upset.
No, unless they are trained in the way that's happening to us, no, they don't. Absolutely, absolutely. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. In rural tribal areas, children they exist in an existential sense of freedom. Freedom is not given to them. Freedom is that exists when you are born. That word doesn't exist, but they are free. So they will never ask permission for doing anything. The morning they are out, evening they come back. You know? That's what it is. You see, in the tribal societies, there were dormitories, for the young adults. So from the age of 8, after they crawl and all that, after a point, they are together all the time in the night, and they can have sex with anybody. That's how it is. So they are not at all trapped by the kind of problem that we are going through. Please understand this. By the time they are 16, 17, they have had enough sex, but no, no attachments. From there they decide whom to marry. And even after marriage, it's not that, compulsory that they have to be together. In the sense, if the girl says that, no, he is not good enough, divorce is given. That's how it is. You see, basically life is for sustaining life. There is no other purpose. Please understand this. What does life wants of you? not your degree and all that. Give a child, that's all. Yeah, that's all life is asking you to do. I'm not doing it, that's a different matter. But isn't it? Everything in life, what is happening? That is what is getting sustained all the time, no? So naturally life will create a very sustainable, very conducive conditions for life to exist. So it is not survival of the fittest. Please understand. It's not survival of the fittest at all, actually. Those are all strange Western ideas, actually. And it is never in the social realm. It's a very biological thing. And the fittest could be anything, actually. It could be the lightest. Not because strong. We are immediately connecting that with our strength. That's not what fitness probably means. And it probably Darwin also never meant that. Fitness could be another completely kind of criteria, each situations would demand certain kind of fitness, no? Hawa hai, tufan. So what is the fitness? Does the, what you call that, the people tree stand or does the grass stand? So it depends what is the situation in which what kind of fitness you're talking about, no? Yeah. So we'll take a break and back.